respectable numbers last year, a sub 350 ERA, and guys like that, you may think, well, they're elite pitchers that are pitching sub twos, they're dominating, but when you can have that kind of consistency, you have a chance to win the ball game every time he takes the mound. So good season last year, opportunity for him to go out there and repeat it this year, possibly even improve. But I tell you what, if this guy's pitching for me and I'm playing in the outfield, I'm loving every minute of it.
Parker Meadows in the box now. No balls and a strike. Glasnow picks the first. And he's back in safely.
With Glasnow pitching today, I think about how intimidating it must be to face this guy. He's not just a tall pitcher. He's a 6'8" flamethrower, and that's not a comfortable experience for any lineup.
Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Two consecutive base hits for these guys here. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Kerry Carpenter in the box now. Takes strike one. Swung on, belted. Can't get there. Should be extra bases. Runner around third. He scores and they have the lead. Not in time. He's safe.
Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Riley Green stands in now and watches strike one. Ball. Green with a homer in his last game. Just missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Coming home. He'll score safely into second. He's got a double.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his bat through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double.
And a base hit into right center field. Coming home. He will score, and it's an RBI single at play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Colt Keith up now for the Tigers. And a strike.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward. That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
4 runs already in the frame here in the second game of the series. Outside. And that's ball 2. Swing and a miss. Structures. Here's the veteran first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Baseman, number 5.
Now he steps out of the box as he asks for time. That one ripped, but foul. Checks his swing, appeal to third, and he held up. This one popped up. Rogers. And there's one down.
Batting second.
Lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. 1.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
And there's a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Number 6 with his first major league hit. And this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the...
Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Safe at second, and that was not close.
You don't usually see teams try to claw back into games by being aggressive on the base pass like this, but it's still early in this one. This kind of tells me they're going to try to tackle this one run at a time instead of waiting back for a big 3-run homer.
Into center and a base hit. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single. It's 4-1. One down. Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. He has, as they like to say,
let me guess, Boo.
Shohei on the go. Yeah. Pitch in for a strike, and that's a stolen base. Not even close. Ohtani, the runner at second with one away. Next pitch is downstairs. The 1-1 is fouled off. That one missed. Stays alive. Runner at second here, one gone. And a good eye there.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Man at second. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
2 on, 1 out. Now it's Mookie Betts. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Lifted in the air, right center field. Meadows sizes this one up. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And he moves up a base. So 2 away with runners at the corners.
Batting 6th, left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. 0 for 4 in the loss yesterday. Hit softly on the ground to third. They get the force. They limit the damage here. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. Jake Rogers. Glass now back to work. Going away.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they creeping into my mind right now.
Joe McDonald, our umpire behind the dish.
Yeah, Boog, Joey Mack. Sometimes a little tough to figure out. We may see some hitters and pitchers asking him where a pitch was here or there, but most of the time he keeps it reasonable.
Slider got him for strike 3.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Hernandez right there to make the grab. And a couple of quick outs. Zach McKinstry getting ready to hit. He's 1 for 1, led off the game with a single. And that one upstairs. That clips the corner. 2 outs, base is empty. That one pushed to the left and foul. Glass now, ready and deals. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Hit in the air, left field, and it drops in. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
Meadows in the box with 2 gone,
0-1.
and takes a look at a called strike. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go.
No.
There's a ball. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job at controlling the running game, and that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment. Our players are going to be running all game.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Outman makes the grab, and that is that. One left for Detroit as they hold on to a bottom of the second, and up to the plate is Will Smith.
Catcher, Will Smith.
And it's fouled away.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Swings and misses. One up, one down.
Batting 8th, right fielder, Michael.
And here is Michael Conforto. Gets the outside corner with that one. 1 out, bases empty. Hit on the ground to short. McKinstry zips it across, out. And they got him. And now the center fielder, James Outman. And first offering is fouled off. And there's a ball.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Hard ground ball, base knock. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order.
Now batting.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. He's 0 for 1. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Ball outside. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
Runner at second, 2 down. Runner goes again. That's in for a strike. Throw to third. He's safe. Next offering is downstairs. That one almost got him. There's a swing and a drive. That's back there. Gone. Straight into the visitors' bullpen. He'll touch them all. 3rd home run of the season. It's 4-3.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at-bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
And here is number 6. This one smashed down the right field line. And foul ball. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in at bottom half of inning number 2. Hit in the air, left field. Green squeezes it. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Well, you got to
No
find a way
ball.
to catch
One
up to that
strike.
pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Here's Riley Green. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Foul ball. Green in his 3rd season, 24 years old, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. 1 down, base is empty.
Outside.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
And that misses. Ball 3. And there's ball 4.
Take your base.
Close pitch there, but you got to forget about that call
Now
if you're out on
batting
the
second
mound. You
baseman,
can't let it
Gleyber
affect you going
Torres.
forward. You've got to get out of the inning first, and then if you want to be frustrated, take it out in the dugout.
Torres, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Green stands at first with 1 out. Outside low, and that is ball 1.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Here's a 1-2. Got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. So 2 down now, and here is Spencer Torkelson. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And we're back.
Leading
And now
off
the
for the
DH,
Dodgers,
Shohei Ohtani.
designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
Not
1-0.
even close there. Ball 1.
You know, these Dodgers doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with
1-1.
more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
And that one hammered. That's back there. And wow, that one is way out of here. They must be going crazy in the dugout. And we're all square. It's 4-4. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Once he digs in. Hit in the air right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. He flexes his power with that swing. It's 5-4. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
Mookie digs in here. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. They're still chasing it as he rounds 2nd. Now a relay to the plate. Now around 3rd, waving him home. Plays the plate, and he's out. He tried for the
Now
inside the
batting,
Parker, and he
left
couldn't
fielder,
make it.
Teoscar Hernandez.
And up next for Los Angeles, Teoscar Hernandez. Lifted in the air, right field. Carpenter hauls it in for the out. 2 down, base is empty. Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Fouled off left side. Righty delivers. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Two strikes to a
ball,
guy
two
who's
strikes.
already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
And that one popped in the air left field. Green brings it in. And that will end the inning. But 2-round trip. All set for the. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1.
Well, these Tigers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. Pitch count is pretty high, and they've plated 4 runs already, so I think it's safe to say their game plan is working out pretty well right now.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Ball. Full count.
In the air left field. Hernandez ranging after it. And there's one down.
So they forced the starter to put in a lot of work, and they've been able to get to him for some runs. And hopefully that bullpen phone is working today.
No.
Rogers, the next to hit, takes ball 1. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Next offering is fouled back. And that's
2-2.
downstairs. Now 2-2. And a swing and a miss. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when you're pumping high 90s, you get away with some of those, more margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport. And I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates. These fastballs are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands and jumping through the zone.
On the ground right side. And that chance handled. Throws to first in time. And that on the corner for a strike. It's 0-1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Ground ball up the middle. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Tough play and a nice backhand stop. Had to be perfect with the exchange and throw to get the out, but it looked like he had to dig in there a little deeper, like he was trying to get a split finger grip or something. Close play, but that little extra time on the transfer made all the difference.
Now a chance for James Outman. Olsen picks over, dives back, and he's out.
Man, you're feeling so good. You just got the knock. You're on base, and then right away you get picked off. That's just a tough one to swallow, especially after leading off an inning with a single.
One down, base is empty. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And there's 2 down.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that
Makes the catch, inning over. Top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Zach McKinstry. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. And that is downstairs. And it's a ball and a strike.
on the mound. He had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Make it 7 strikeouts for him.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone, and as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect a pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
That one catches the corner for a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. The Dodgers up by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th. In the air, left field, down the line. Hernandez hauls it in for the out. 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Kerry Carpenter.
So digging in, Kerry Carpenter. Drove in 2 runs on a double back in the first. He's 1 for 2. And a big swing and a miss.
Not sure if he could be in more of a groove. Looks really relaxed. He's retired 7 straight. This guy's feeling it right now.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And now it's even 1-1. And a swing and a miss there.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Handles, throws to first. That's the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. They trail it 5-4. Back here in LA, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Now at the plate, number 6. And ball 1.
You know, these Dodgers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. Just look at how the ball's coming off their bats, and tell me it's fun playing defense at this level. They've got 7 hits at 90+ miles per hour exit velocity, so you got to look alive out there.
That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle.
So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Brant Hurter.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
There goes the runner. Runner at first with no outs here. Pickoff throw. Back in safe. Really close. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That's back. And gone. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game. It's 7-4. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
And now it's Max Muncy. And first offering is fouled off. He swings and fouls one off. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame. Last half of inning number 5. And this is inside. Got him swinging.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
High fly ball out to center field. 2 down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Hernandez, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one.
Strike.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. And that extends the inning. Now the catcher up to hit, Will Smith. 0 for 2 in this one. And that one is lifted in the air. Meadows sizing this one up. And that's the third out. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run. Back to work. Splits the plate. 0-1.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. That shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
That one blasted deep to right. Way back there. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Now around second, going for third. The relay, not in time. He's safe.
Putting some good swings on the ball. That's his second extra base hit in this one. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with a pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
Here comes Gleyber Torres. First pitch, not close. Headed towards the corner. Did he trip? What happened? Sniper?
Great effort. That's how bad he wanted that one. Head first dive.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Got him looking. Strikeout number 8.
Look, I wouldn't know personally unless you're going to consider my little league exploits, but it's got to feel good to break off a curveball like that and completely lock a hitter up, especially on the front door. Listen, I've been on the receiving side of that. It's not a good feeling, but that's really good pitching right there.
Ball.
In the dirt, nice job behind the plate.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The 1-2. Outside with a breaking ball. Green stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. In comes the runner from third, and it's an RBI single, and it's now a 2-run game.
Well done. Drives in the run. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle to base hit. Throws to second. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with 1 down.
He was all over that one. He put a great swing on that ball. Took the barrel right to it. Nice extension as well. 105 exit velocity. That tells you everything you need to know about that swing.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Bird.
Ripped on a line. Reaching for it and breaks it in. Andy Abad. Here comes the skipper, and Evan Phillips on the pitch here.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
2 on, 2 outs. Fly ball to right. Drops into the glove, and that's the 3rd out. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 7. Michael Conforto will climb in. 1 for 2. Ripped to short. Throw on to Torkelson.
you're out.
And that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the sixth. Not close
1-0.
with that one. 1-0. Herder, 26 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round in 2021. Swing and a ground ball. Now the throw to first on the run.
Out.
And they get the out.
Now batting, number 5.
Here is Freddie Freeman, and he's already left his mark on this game.
He certainly has, Boog. A 2-run shot in the 2nd inning, and that made an early impact on this game in a big way.
The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
0-1.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Misses. Now 1-2. That's hard hit on the line. Meadows makes the catch, and there's a strike.
Well, these Tigers doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. Despite having 9 hits in the game, the numbers don't exactly jump off the page in terms of exit velocity. Nearly half have been traveling less than 90 miles per hour off the bat, but they're finding a way to get it done.
The shortstop takes the ball.
1-2.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. This one looks like trouble. Around first, heading for 2. And it's a double, making him 3 for 4 on the day.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Brings it in. Runner tags at second. He makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only 1 out. And now the right fielder, Kerry Carpenter. First pitch misses.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Flips the corner, and that's strike 1.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Slice the other way and foul. With the tying run at the plate, here in the top half of inning number 7. And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there.
Now batting, left fielder,
Riley Green digs in for a critical at bat. Just missed. McKinstry on third with 2 out.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Tigers leave 1.
Now pitching.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jason Foley.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
1-0.
Number 6 jumps out of the way of the first pitch. And that bunted towards third. Slings it across.
He's out.
And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. 3 for 3 with a pair of home runs and a single. That one ripped. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Round second, digging for third. The throw to third, and he's out trying for 3.
Absolutely perfect execution of the relay at second base, and been happy with the double, but it took a great play to get him. You just have to tip your cap.
And that one lifted in the air center field. Meadows makes the catch. That is the... We go to the 8th. Here's the second baseman, Gleyber Torres. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Back there. And it's gone. His first homer of the year, it's 7-6. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
Torkelson in the box now, takes strike one. That one's in there, and it's 0-2.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the...
He goes down looking. And now, Colt Heat, 1 for 3. Fought off foul. There's a swing and a miss. Trying to hold a one-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That's back. Tattooed and gone.
Sometimes too much velocity will cause a pitcher to throw through the sink, and that means that there's more four-seam action than there is sink, and that can turn into a really good pitch to hit. Well, we saw it right there. Didn't miss a stitch on that baseball. He's got himself a home run.
Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Out number 2. Andy Ibanez up now for the Tigers. Pitches in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. And we're back, bottom of the 8th. Now it's the shortstop, Mookie Betts. That one missing inside.
Well, a mistake right here could untie this ball game. If you're the pitcher out there, you just want to be a little more cautious.
Turns and fires to Betts. And that one ripped into right, and it stays fair. In safely with a leadoff double. Go-ahead runs in scoring position.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
And the batter now, Teoscar Hernandez. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Move to second, and Betts dives back. And a base hit on the line. Around third. He'll score. Throw cut off to second. He is safe.
Well, he gets it done in a big spot to get the run across. 110 miles per hour, and man, that exit velocity, not every hitter's capable of getting that kind of jump off the bat, no matter how hard they swing.
And first offering is fouled off. 1 on, nobody out, a run in. They say it went.
0-2.
Check on the runner. Hernandez back on a dive.
One, two. Runner.
Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Runner on the go again. Pitch misses inside. Throw to third. Safe. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. Michael Conforto, the next to hit. Runners breaking for the plate. Popped up and a foul ball. Hernandez stands at third with one gone in the inning.
That's a ball.
Out at the
On the
plate.
tag, you're out.
He's out trying to steal home. Two down, nobody on. And there's a foul ball. And that one
2-2.
missing ends. Rips one to right, and it stays fair. Around first and hustling for second. To second, pulls him off the bag.
Nice line drive to pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
So runner at second, two down. Here's the center fielder, James Outman. Cut on and lifted in the air. Carpenter turns to the right on the move. He makes the grab, and that is that. Dodgers with a run-scoring double. Up here for the Tigers. We go to the ninth, and here's the Tiger leadoff man, Zach McKinstry. That's a strike.
No ball. One strike.
That misses the zone, and the count is 1-1. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a miss, and he got him. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Now the number 2 hitter, Parker Meadows. And a bunt towards third. Muncy whips it across. No hit here on the bunt attempt. They get the out. So they're down to their final out. Kerry Carpenter up now for the Tigers. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the ninth. That one fouled off. One strike away. Lifted to left, and that should do it. He'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game.